Hey there, and welcome to the Do Life Big podcast. This podcast is going to be your jam if you want to live to your full potential and don't believe in half-assing anything in your life. If we want to do life big, that means we've got to get out of our own way because we only have this one shot to make it awesome. I'm your host, Kathy, and I'm a mom of three whose BFF is cold brew, a retired school teacher turned online entrepreneur, and an author. I'm loud, bold, and will always keep it real. I'm determined to live my best freaking life possible, and I'm here to help you do the same. I'll be packing this podcast with tips, motivation, inspiration, and strategies to finally get you where you want to go. And we will have a ton of laughter along the way because, let's be honest, we can't ever take ourselves too seriously, right? I'm so excited you are here with me today. Now let's get this party started. Hey, my friend, what is up? And welcome back to another episode of Do Life Big. I am so excited to have you here today. I cannot believe we are almost at the end of 2023. I know. I get overwhelmed by it too. I walked into a store the other day, saw all the Christmas stuff everywhere, and had a major panic attack. Like, oh my God, I don't want to wait till the end of the year to get everything squared away like I always do with Christmas presents and the wrapping. And then I feel like I can never actually enjoy the season. So I'm making it a goal to get everything done by the end of November so I can actually kick back and enjoy the Christmas season. So with that being said, today's episode is going to be a really, really good one. It's something I really love talking about and teaching to other people. And it's all about how we can get ourselves set up now so that 2024 is the best year for you, just in life and in business in general. 2024, it's going to be your year, every single year. You tell yourself, hey, this is going to be the year that I do XYZ, or this is going to be the year that this happens. And then the new year ends, and then we repeat this cycle over again. And the research actually shows that 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by the beginning of February. Why is that exactly? Like, how is it that you can have goals and set all these plans in place? Well, it's because usually there are no tangible, actionable steps put in place to achieve the things you say you want. So the work to start planning for 2024 to be your best year of your life and also in your business starts now. Listen, I've been on this entrepreneurial journey for over 10 years, and every single time that I set my goals and craft my vision now, before the end of the year, for the following year, I've always had that much more success in seeing it become a reality, and it happens so much faster. This is the time of year where people, though, want to put themselves and their dreams and their goals on the back burner. You say, hey, I'm just going to wait until January 1st. It's too busy now. There's the holidays and all of that. But by January 1st, if you wait, you're already significantly behind. Been there, done that. So getting that alignment now, so you have that strong foundation going into 2024 is so key. So today we're going to just scratch the surface on how you can start the planning right now, today. And if you want more specific, in detail, live help with crafting your specific goals and your vision, then make sure to add your name to my wait list over at kathyrutter.com/goals, because I'm going to be teaching a 5-day live masterclass on this starting December 4th. So you definitely don't want to miss this. Now, what I really like about goal setting and crafting a vision for the following year, for your future, is that you get to allow yourself to dream. You get to allow yourself to dream a little bit. You get to start with a clean slate where anything is possible. When you're sitting down and you're thinking about yourself and what it is you actually want, it's something you should really do alone. Sit in a nice quiet space and just start to think about the way that you want 2024 to look and feel for you. What do you want out of 2024? How do you want to feel? And anything that comes to your mind, don't overanalyze it. Don't overthink it. Don't try to talk yourself out of it and say, oh, that's stupid, or oh my gosh, that's way too big of a dream. That's way too big of a goal. Just write it down. What do you want. Now, this can be anything from, all right, 2024, I'm going to start that new business. I'm going to travel to Europe with the family. I'm going to have more quality one-on-one time with my kids or with my spouse. I'm going to make sure that we do date nights or day dates. Finally building that 6 or 7 figure business. Maybe it's getting that first investment property or adding another one to your portfolio. Reading more self-help books. Maybe you want to read one a month or whatever it is. There are literally no wrong answers, but they must mean something to you or they must excite you. Don't just write down things because, they look good on paper. Or if you go to read it off to somebody else, they're going to be like, oh, wow, like that's pretty lofty vision you got there. Definitely have some smaller attainable goals on there as well as some larger, more ambitious, like, oh my God, when I say that, I feel like I'm going to throw up. Those kind of goals, right? So you want to have the smaller ones and you want to have big, lofty ones that seem like, wow, that is a big goal. That is a big, big, big dream. That is a stretch. You want to have a mix of those on there. Now, I think it's really important that I talk really briefly about this next piece here that I'm going to say before I dive in a little bit further into the actual goal setting and crafting the vision for you. But I want to make sure that you are totally aware that in order to go and achieve any of these things that you write down, it's going to require a new and improved version of yourself. It's going to require you to show up in a way that you've never showed up. Because if you were already that person who could achieve those things that you wrote down and these big goals, you would have already achieved them. So we need to grow into the person who can achieve these goals and make them possible, which means the you that you are right now needs to grow and develop. You need to grow and develop into the type of person who can achieve those goals that you wrote down. It requires growth, which means it may be a little uncomfortable for you at first. It may seem a little scary. You may get a little nervous. You may want to pull back and say, oh, forget that. I'm going to take this one off. I'm not doing that one. Because change and growth can feel scary at first, but you're going to do it anyways. Now, once you have this long list of things written down, what I want you to do is I really want you to spend some time going through each one and take inventory and ask yourself, is this really important to me? Because if it's not really truly important for you, and if it's not something that you personally want or are emotionally attached to, or you consider this to be a priority, or it doesn't excite you, then you're never going to be willing to do the things that you need to do to actually achieve those goals or whatever it is that you wrote down. So ask yourself, is this really important to me? Is this a priority to me? And not only that, but why is this important to me? So you're going to have this long list of goals. And next to each goal, you're going to now put a specific date. This is what ends up happening. People have all these dreams and these goals at the start of the year. They're like, oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to speak on stage. Oh, I want to get a rental property. Oh, I want to start the business. And then that's it. It's just this idea that they throw out into outer space. It's just floating around out there, but there's no plan in place. There's no specific date. And those are all just, they're not going to happen if you just say it as is like that. You have to have all these other things attached to it. So what is that specific date of when you want it to happen by? When are you going to achieve that goal by? With also an actionable way to make it happen. Now, I put together a free template to go with this if you want. It will be in the show notes. So that way you can print it out. You can draft all your goals out. You can have down all the dates of when you're going to achieve them. You can also have down an action way of how you're going to achieve them. And then also why each one of those goals is important to you. And as you're going down this list, all right, if you come across a goal where you're like, actually, that's really just not even that important to me, just take it off. It doesn't have enough meaning to you. Like this, you should be really attached to these. They should excite you. They should mean something to you. And you should definitely know why it's important that you actually achieve each and every one of those goals. You can't be vague with your goals. So for example, you can't be like, okay, I want to finally get into good shape in 2024. My goal is to just get in good shape, or my goal is to just lose weight in 2024. Specific. What does good shape mean? Do you want to lose weight? If you want to lose weight, how much weight do you want to lose? Is it 20 pounds? Is it 50 pounds? Is it 100 pounds? Do you want to tone? What is it exactly? All right, I am going to lose 20 pounds by the end of February. Great. Now, how are you going to achieve that goal? What action are you going to take that's going to move you closer to losing the 20 pounds by the end of February? I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week, and then I'm going to substitute drive-through lunches with a nice big salad every day and make sure I'm drinking half my body weight in ounces of water every single day. It's specific amount of weight that you want to lose by a certain time with how you're going to do it. And why is it important to me? It's important to me because I want to be able to be healthy, live a long life, and keep up with my children as I'm running around the house and chasing them around the neighborhood. I want to be able to keep up with my children. And no wishy-washy words. Oh my gosh, this is something that drives me crazy, right? No wishy-washy words. Like, I really want to be able to start that business this year. I'm really going to try to hit the 6-figure mark this year. No, those are all wishy-washy words, and it's not going to happen. None of your goals are going to be achieved if you have wishy-washy terminology like that, because you're automatically, subconsciously giving yourself a way out, a way for it to not happen. You have to train your brain. So when you write down your goals, you have to say, I am going to start that business this year. I am going to build a 6-figure business in 2024. I will be a speaker on a stage in 2024. Whatever it is, I will, with confidence, as if it has already happened, as if you have already achieved that goal. That's how you want to write them. That's how you want to talk to yourself. That's how you get the confidence and the drive to actually go out there and make it happen. And then once you have all of this squared away and you have all the goals written down and you have it all written down, that template that I put together, you're going to want to keep it where you can see them, because it's really easy to get excited about the new year and be like, man, was it a hell of a year in 2023? Didn't happen the way I wanted it to. It's okay. We're moving on to 2024. I am so excited. This is going to be the year that all these things happen. I have my goals all laid out. I have a plan in place. It's going to be an amazing 2024. And it's so easy to do that now and then tuck that piece of paper away somewhere in a folder or a binder in your desk and then never look at it again. And then March rolls around and you happen to come across it and you're like, oh yeah, I had these goals and I completely forgot about them. So make sure that you have them out somewhere where you can see them, whether it's on your desk, whether it's taped to your mirror when you're getting ready every day. You can look at it and read them to yourself over and over again. All of these things increases the chances of you creating the life and business that you want. None of this shit just happens on its own. You can't just sit here and think the thoughts one day like, hey, I really want to be a successful business, person. I want to be a 6 or 7 figure entrepreneur, or I can't wait to just be able to pay off all that debt. If there's no plan in place and you're not reminding yourself about it, you're not going to do it. Because like I said, this is going to require you to show up and grow into a version of yourself that does not yet exist. So don't limit yourself. Most people limit themselves to what they think that they can do, but you can go as far as your mind lets you. Truly, what you believe is what you're going to achieve. I know it sounds corny, but it is true. What you believe is what you will achieve. And it's up to you to create the kind of life and business that you desire. So stick to it, and you're going to constantly tweak as you go throughout the year, but quitting on these goals and these dreams and these visions that you have for 2024, that's not an option. There's no plan B. This is the plan. Obstacles are going to come. We know this, right? Life is going to happen. Problems will arise. Self-doubt is going to creep in. People will try to derail you, but let nothing stop you. The only person who can stop you is you. So if you never give up on you, then there's no way that you can fail. It's all learning. It's all growth. And just think of the person who you will grow into and become along the way. You won't be recognizable. You'll be this new, improved version of you, a better version of you, which I believe it is so important to never stop learning and to never stop growing. That's how you reach your full potential while you're here on earth. So I hope that you found today's episode helpful. Make sure you check the show notes so you can get that template. Get your name on my wait list so we can do a deep dive into crafting your best 2024 for you with your vision and your goals at kathyreuter.com/goals starting on December 4th. I cannot wait. It's going to be live. It's going to be freaking awesome. There's going to be so many other people in there too, just ready to kick off 2024 with a bang. And I hope that you'll be there too. So thanks for tuning in today. You know I love you. I think you're awesome. And I will see you the next time. Bye. Thanks so much for listening in. I really appreciate you choosing to spend your time here with me today. You totally rock. Hey, listen, if you loved today's episode, go ahead and tag me on social and go share this with a friend right now. Like, do it immediately before the day gets ahead of you and you totally forget. Couldn't be more pumped to be on this journey with you guys. Go make today awesome, and I will see you the next time.